Hello dear fellow old stationers. I had intended to do a daily video log of my trip here to China, but the schedule has been so heavy that it's been impossible. We've been bussed into each concert hall in the dark and basically have no chance to see the halls from the outside at all. So apologies for that. I hope this little video will make up for that somehow. And finally, we have a day off. We've done 5 concerts, 5 consecutive nights in different Chinese cities, which has been pretty full on. We've got 1 day off and then 3 further concerts before we come home. We started off by leaving Heathrow on Boxing Day, 9:30 p.m. flight to Beijing, and then onwards to Guangzhou in the south, with concerts in Shenzhen and Guangzhou. And then we flew to Shanghai for another concert. In my 3 previous visits to China, in 2012, 14 and 16, I was conducting for Sarah Brightman, but in each case with Chinese orchestras. So I've been very blessed and lucky to have my own orchestra, the National Symphony Orchestra UK, come all the way with me. The only problem it's been for them is that you can transport cellos, but it's extremely expensive to buy airline seats for a cello as well as a person. So they've had to put up with hired cellos, double basses, timpani, tuba, and that's been a problem for some of the players, but they've dealt with it admirably. We are going to Beijing tomorrow to do our 6th concert, and looking forward to that. I've been there a couple of times before, and so looking forward to returning. Compared to 2016, my last visit to China, I would say things have improved quite a lot. Very high tech everywhere now, and things working much better than they did then. So we've been quite impressed overall. Our final concert is in Wuhan, the home of COVID. So we understand that there's an absolutely beautiful concert hall there, which is modelled on the Viennese opera. So I'll be fascinated to see that, and it'll feature 2 Chinese pianists who are one who will play the Rachmaninoff 2nd Concerto, and the other the Beethoven Concerto No. 1, which I'm delighted to be doing because it was the first concerto I ever played, aged 15, at school. And hello again, old stationers. Here's some more detail about my recent trip to China with the National Symphony Orchestra UK. We gave 8 concerts in 9 days, with just 1 day off after the 5th concert. That meant travelling every day to different cities. Mostly flights, but there were 2 high-speed train journeys. The temperature variation from south to north was huge. In Shenzhen and Guangzhou, which aren't that far from Hong Kong, it was 22 degrees. Lovely. In Beijing, it was about 1, and in Shanghai, 7 or 8, and in Shenyang, in the northeast corner, it was -10. So that was not that far from the North Korea border. It was Shenyang, funnily enough, that we'd never heard of, but impressed us most of all. And it wasn't... it was a place of huge character, and we received the warmest response from any audience that we had. The buildings are illuminated at night, huge skyscrapers, and they keep changing colour. The concert hall also had the best acoustic, and we all agreed that it was our favourite concert. We also had a day off there, which was great because we were able to have a little look around the place. Our programme was Dvorak's New World Symphony, and the second half largely comprised of Johann Strauss New Year concert type repertoire. We also had 3 Chinese prize-winning pianists play concertos with us. We played the Grieg Concerto, Rachmaninoff No. 2 and Beethoven No. 1. All were excellent, but of particular note was the Rachmaninoff pianist, who was 12. And played it absolutely brilliantly. Even more extraordinary was the pianist who played Beethoven No. 1 because he was 8 and had been playing the piano for 4 years and played a 40-minute concerto from memory all the while looking round at the orchestra. And just before he went on, which was after an interval, he'd gone into the brass players' dressing room and entertained them for 15 minutes with jokes and a lot of fun. He's from Hong Kong, and his name's Joseph Yurong Kai. And named to look after the future. We all thought he would be a great artist of the future because he wasn't just playing all the notes, he was playing very beautifully and sensitively and with great character. So there's someone to look out for. It was amusing to arrive at one concert hall and see the big poster of us on the front. We arrived by coach, and I managed to happen to have my camera poised. So there's a picture of that for you to see as well. And there was a concert hall in a place called Changsha, which had extraordinary reception area, pictures and all sorts of New Year celebratory colours. Yet another city of 12 to 15 million inhabitants that we'd not really heard of. So the final concert was in a city we had all heard of, Wuhan. Can't remember quite why we've heard of that, but I'm sure you'll know. Overall, we had a wonderful and successful tour. And we were very well looked after and organised by a company in Shanghai called Asian Arts Connection. And they want us to return again. Not quite sure exactly when, but probably not that long. So that's the life of a touring musician. And it wasn't just us there. The London Philharmonic Orchestra were there. The BBC Scottish Symphony were also there. And a Viennese orchestra. So there's a big desire in that part of the world to have serious classical concerts and orchestras touring, which we're very grateful for. And I hope that's been a useful insight into what we get up to sometimes. And seeing me in my working clothes, for which apologies. And look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye for now. Are we going to do it at the surprise end?
It's almost a double surprise, isn't it?
So, should we just do it dynamically, do you think?
All right.
Otherwise, is it going to be a bit
It could be a bit of a, yeah.
Do the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bars. Yeah.
Can we just take a tiny bit of time between each little, because it's like, I'm sure it's him having a joke.
Yeah.
He's doing all his false endings, isn't he? Bum, 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 bum.
Sehr komisch.
Sehr komisch, ja, ja.
So actually, let's go from 182.
Okay.
That's very good.